team standings, especially these two teams that will be competing today. As we see right now, the Disciplinados are, you can say, at second to the last at 1 win and 4 losses in our 10-team standings. Meanwhile, the Water Warriors just in the middle at 4 wins and 2 losses. But the important thing to note is, in this 10-team field, only the top 6 teams will advance to the playoffs next month. So again, on the part of the Water Warriors, who are on your screen right now, they want to win in order to have a better chance at getting a good playoff position. Speaking of the Warriors, oh wow, they lost badly in their last game to the Pampanga Delta, 107-75. But of course, one bright spot there was B-Boy Engyo. B-Boy, he got his regular numbers in that game. As we can see here in the highlights, B-Boy got his usual double-double. In fact, he has had a double-double in all the games that he has played so far. Okay? They tried to stop him, but they could not do anything. See, his numbers, 22 points, 11 rebounds. He is their force in the paint, so to speak. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Mindoro, they lost in their last game. Of course, the Disciplinados. Again, that's B-Boy Ingil's numbers. The Disciplinados, going to the other team, they lost also in their last game. They really struggled in their last game. Okay, that's the in the against the Quezon Barons. So they lost 114-94, and again, the numbers clearly all in favor of the Quezon Barons. But in that game, despite the loss, let's look at some positives. Of course, Luigi Natada, the guard of the Disciplinados, played very well. In fact, he is one of the bright spots. Look at this, 27 points, 11 out of 3 shooting, and 11 rebounds and 4 assists. Of course, aside from Luigi, another player for the Disciplinados saw action in that game, and he played for... we also scored 27 points. Sorry about the Kerr Bangeles. Okay. Meanwhile, we have a surprise for our basketball fans. Meron tayong bagong addition para sa koponan ng Mindoro Disciplinados. I mean, kilala niyo siya. No, he's a familiar face in Philippine show business, no other than, of course, EJ Falcon. EJ, nako, EJ, welcome to the NBL.
Wow, thank you so much. Finally, I'm here. Nandito ako ngayon para syempre to support yung mga kababayan ko Mindoreños, kasi maraming Mindoreños na talagang maraming talento na sana gusto namin ipakita sa national TV. So andito ako para suportahan at talagang pinagandaan tong game na to.
Of course, sigurado, a lot of fans will be looking forward to see you on the court. Syempre pag hindi ka busy sa mga commitments mo, sa mga tapings mo, sa mga showbiz commitments, gaano bang kalaki kang basketball player? How big of a basketball player are you?
Actually, sabi ko nga, ang basketball is pinakamasarap na bisyo na sports talaga. Itong pinakamasarap na bisyo sports, and ako talaga since bata ako, nagba-basketball talaga ako, and sobrang nakatulong sa akin yan to maintain yung pagiging healthy ko. At the same time, nai-enjoy ko talaga, and marami kang nagiging kaibigan, and yung disiplina bilang basketball player na napakaganda. So,
alright, EJ, this is your chance to invite the fans, drum some support. Let's go, Disciplinados!
Yes, iniimbitahan ko po lahat ng mga kababayan. Actually, hindi lang buong Mindoro, lahat ng kababayan ko dito sa Pilipinas at sa buong mundo, panoorin ang laro namin ngayon dito sa Solar Sports, and go Disciplinados! Go Mindoro!
There you have it, EJ Falcon of the Mindoro Disciplinados. Now we turn you over to our Coliseum announcer for the starting lineups.
Muntinlupa Water Warriors and Mindoro Disciplinados on the Chooks-to-Go NBL Chairman's Cup 2021 season. Ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown here at the Bransigao Convention Center. And now, let's make way for the starting 5. First, for Mindoro Disciplinados. Coming in at center, number 23, Dwight Garcia. Small forward, number 20, Rodel Baigan. One guard, number 6, Luigi Natada. At forward, number 10, Aga Bernal. Shooting guard, number 12, JJ Caspe. Mindoro Disciplinados head coach is Benji Teodoro. Here's the starting five for Muntinlupa Water Warriors. Small forward number 5, Francis Abarcar. Starting at guard number 9, Arnold Danga. Also at guard number 14, Andre Montserrat. Playing center number 89, 30 Sabado. And at power forward number 15, Manu Cudinera. Muntinlupa Water Warriors is led by Siegfried Levita.
All right, you see on your screens the starting lineups, standard issue starting lineups for Coach Siegfried Levita and the Warriors. Meanwhile, the Disciplinados tinkering a little bit with their 5 on the floor. And we are underway, and first ball is won by, all right, it's with the Warriors. Francis Abarcar is in the game, and he will be the point guard. Of course, he did not... you can see he had a slow start in this NBL. He started the season on the injured list. And Abarcar now with the air ball. Of course, they are slowly bringing in Francis Abarcar into the scheme of things for the Water Warriors of Muntinlupa. All right, first chance now for the Disciplinados to score. He will do the half-court set. Garcia, the big man, is at the high post. Oh, they did not guard the baseline well, but lucky break there for Muntinlupa. Okay, a minute gone by, still no score for both teams. Cudinera to Abarcar. Cudinera scrambles for it. Cudinera, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Cudinera kick out. 2 seconds, runner. No, and it's controlled by the Disciplinados. Luigi Natada, we talked about this young man in our pregame. He whips it across. No good. Okay, still no score by both these teams. You can say they're still feeling each other out. Cudinera for 3. Still short. And now Coach Teodoro telling his boys to slow it down. Coach Benji Teodoro of the Mindoro Disciplinados. Vaigan is back, but his shot is not yet back, and it goes out of bounds. Of course, we missed Rodel Vaigan. He did not play in the last 2 games of the Mindoro Disciplinados. Of course, he had to attend to some personal business back in Mindoro. But the important thing is back right now, and hopefully he will lead this team to the win. Offensive foul on Abarcar. Yes, Abarcar. As you can see, Abarcar, when he took his jumper, he kicked. And that is not allowed. Got into contact with his defender. Natada using the screen. Whips it to Vaigan. Of course, Vaigan is one of the best looking jump shots, but he throws the ball away. All right, meanwhile, Danga with a counter steal. And he says, all right, we'll set it up. All right, let's be patient. Power move by Sabado. So finally, Sabado breaking the long silence of both these teams. It took almost 3 minutes for both of them to put some points on the scoreboard. And now Muntinlupa is pressing. Somebody's open. It's Vaigan. And Vaigan is smothered. Caspe could not complete the putback, but we have a foul. Let's see. Whip inside. Sabado. Power move. And tandaan, ang malupit na chipo of the game ni third Sabado natin sa inyo ng Chooks-to-Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Third Sabado, power move, and that's the only point so far in this game. And when you say chibog, masarap chibogin ng Chooks-to-Go na walang sauce. Codiniera, turn around, too strong. Vigan. I said earlier, Vigan's a very nice looking jump shot, but he has been unable to get his shot so far. Let's see if he can, there he is, look at that beautiful jump shot, and as I speak, 3 points for Rodel Vigan. Remember, Vigan has the best scoring average in the entire NBL so far, averaging over 24 points in his first 2 games. Sabado has all the points of the Water Warriors. And here's another trivia. I said Vigan is the #1 scorer in the whole NBL. The #2 leading scorer of the NBL is his teammate, Kerr Bangeles. Like what I said, look at this beautiful form, this beautiful jump shot by Rodel Vigan, and a counter by Third Sabado. Of course, Hilario Sabado the third Sabado. They kick it out, Abarkar. He will challenge, he is met by the defender. He will decide to kick it out to Montserrat. Montserrat stepping on the line. Yes, our referees are eagle-eyed. They can spot even the slightest violation. I'm talking about his teammate, or we're talking about the Vigan earlier. His teammate, Kerr Bangeles, is not too far, averaging also 23 points a game in these 2 games. But the thing is, Vigan and Angeles, they have not played together. Whoa, Vigan! 6 points now for Rodel Vigan. And he has all the points of the Disciplinados, just like Sabado has all the points for the Water Warriors. So it's Sabado versus Vigan. Abarkar having trouble against the long defenders. Oh, a turnover by Abarkar. Another turnover. Again, look at the beautiful form. Now, Vigan releasing the ball at exactly the apex of his jump. That's what I'm talking about. A very good, nice looking textbook form by Rodel Vigan. And again, he has all the 6 points of the Disciplinados of Mindoro. Natada whips it inside. Underneath, Bernal could not complete. He keeps the ball alive. Fresh 14 for the Disciplinados. Vigan hands it off to Natada. What will he do? Natada, oh, Natada lost it. Clean steal, referee says play on. Montserrat! Oh, Montserrat, good. That was a good play by Montserrat, but he protected the ball very well against the much taller defender, Garcia. Cross-court pass. They have to cross the line. Almost an 8-second violation. They barely beat the limit. Oh, Caspe! So all the points of Mindoro from the 3-point line, 2 from Vigan, and now Caspe plucking in his share. Muntinlupa will try for 3, no. And again, good defense, and a foul is called. Here it is again. Look how Montserrat is able to protect the ball against a much taller defender. And that results, of course, that leads to this unmolested 3. They let Caspe have an easy look. Abarkar for 3! Rims out. Codiniera with the offensive rebound. They whip it around. Montserrat, he is the team captain. And he misses. 9-6. See, look at the 3-point shooting. 3 of 5 for the Disciplinados. Still no 3 for the Water Warriors. But that will change very soon. I'm sure about that. They will have a 3. Jumper on the way by Natada. No. Battle for it. It's won by Montserrat and the Warriors. Montserrat will wait for his teammates. Codiniera. Underneath to Sabado. And Sabado is fouled. At the line, Hilario Sabado the third, also known as third. First one is good. All right, Abrakar will take a seat, and that's the cue for Jed Mendoza to come in. Now here's an exciting stat also. I said earlier, Vaigan and Bangiles are the top 2 average scorers in the whole NBL. Number 3 and number 4 are B-Boy Engyo and Jed Mendoza. So we have the top 4 leading average scorers in this game. So this should mean that we will have a lot of exciting offense to look forward to as this game unfolds. Of course, offense is nice to watch, but then again, they also have to work on defense. As they say, defense wins championships. Whoa, Vaigan! Vaigan! His gun is bang bang. 3 triples now for Rodel Vaigan. Mendoza! I said earlier it will be soon that Muntinlupa will puncture the 3-point line, and Mendoza heard us. So first 3-point shot for the Water Warriors, courtesy of Jed Mendoza. Of course, who else? The most likely candidate to do so. But Rodel Vaigan is saying, "Did you miss me?" Of course, Vaigan did not play for the last 2 games, and now he's really making up for lost time. That is already the 3rd triple of Rodel Vaigan, but Jed Mendoza quick to answer with the first 3-point shot of the Muntinlupa Water Warriors. Of course, Mendoza, that is definitely not the last 3-point shot that you will hear from Jed Mendoza. Meanwhile, Mendoza has decided to pound it inside, and now he is no doubt the leading scorer for the Water Warriors. He has 8 points to his name. What do we have here? We have a timeout. Yes, we have a timeout called as the Water Warriors now are ahead by 1. And stay tuned for more of the Chooks-to-Go NBL 2021 Chairman's Cup. Game, Jed Mendoza, their loss to the Pampanga Delta. He did not put up his usual points. He only scored 11 points, but he tried to make it up through other things. So he almost had a triple-double. He tried to make up to his points and rebounds. Of course, they need Jed Mendoza. If Jed Mendoza will only score 10 points, so they will have a hard time winning. I guess to win, the key is for Jed Mendoza to get his usual numbers of 20 or more points. Okay, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Believe it or not, the Muntinlupa Water Warriors, they are clean. Their water is clean and purified, as in they have no team fouls, 0 team fouls with 3 and 40 left. Meanwhile, the Disciplinados, they have 3 team fouls to their name. We are just sorting some matters with our committee. This is regarding some substitutions. All right. A delay of game technical is slapped on the Disciplinados. It seems some of their players did not properly report to the scorer before entering the game. So to take the free throw is Jed Mendoza. And Jed dutifully sinks his free throw. So now the new players will be allowed to come in. We have one of the new signings of the Disciplinados. This is Jay Gadon. out of the Technological Institute of the Philippines. He is without a doubt one of the tallest, if not the tallest player so far in the NBL at 6'6" or 6'7". A good pressure defense. Steal! Completed by Muntinlupa. Hand off to Montserrat! And Montserrat gets a foul. And that's a perfect example of unselfish basketball. Take a look at it. Pressure, resulting in the steal. Unselfish play to the cutting teammate. And they get the bonus free throw on the way. So team captain Montserrat for the bonus. Very colorful shoes for Montserrat. Yellow sole, 2 shades of blue, gray, and pink laces. Okay. Hey, don't look now. The Water Warriors are ahead, 16-12. They have slowly crept back, and now they are on top, 16-12. Of course, if not for the 3-point shooting of the Disciplinados, this would be a different story. And it will be, yes, it will be a shot clock violation. They will have to inbound the ball. Huerto was not aware of the time. Of course, Huerto, after Gadon, is one of the taller players on the side of the Disciplinados. Of course, team is supported by Governor Humerlito Dulor of Oriental Mindoro. Meanwhile, the Water Warriors, they stretch their lead a bit to 6, 18-12. Gadon, hand it off. JJ Caspe. Steal by Mendoza. Mendoza! Yes! And you should really admire the explosiveness of Jed Mendoza. And now they apply pressure at the backcourt. Again, another 8-second violation for Mindoro. Look at the explosiveness of Jed Mendoza. Wow! And that Gatorade Fast Break Blast was brought to you by Gatorade. Nothing beats Gatorade. Right, so now more substitutions on the way for Coach Levita and Coach Chodoro. Montserrat will ask for a clear out. Engyo pops out. Of course, we have yet to hear from B-Boy. Mendoza, 3. Oh! Clean and purified. That 3-point shot by Jed Mendoza. Cascali is in the game also for the Disciplinados using the Gadon screen. Another steal by Captain Montserrat. Andre. And because of that, Coach Benji Todoro will call a timeout after what happened. Of course, this clean 3-point shot by Jed Mendoza, followed by this woohoo fast break by Captain Andre Montserrat. Lead now is 25-12. We'll be back for more for Chooks-to-Go NBL. Stay there, please. And as we return to live action, Jed Mendoza has been insane off the bench. He has really fueled this 25-12 lead of Muntinlupa. Insane performance so far by Jed Mendoza. try to make up from his performance last time out when he was only limited to 11 points. Oh, poor box out by Muntinlupa. And Agapito Bernal with the putback. Labrador bounce pass. Again, they will reset. Arias. Arias slips. And it's controlled by... Oh, they were looking at each other. Mendoza is again open. Never leave him open. But Arias keeps it alive. This time Mendoza says, "If I can hurt you in so many ways, not just from outside." 27-15, a dozen-point lead now for the Water Warriors. They are flowing. Now it's up to for Mindoro to stop the flow. They attack. Too strong. Puerto could not complete it. And then the rim is not cooperating with the Disciplinados. Angel will wait for his teammates. They will now set it up. Mendoza using the screen. Mendoza bounce pass. Oh! Good defense by Puerto, but it stays with the Water Warriors. Arias. Arias. Ooh! So many extra motions there. Referees better check it. We have this, let's look at this. Ang harap-harapang putatan na yan ay hatid sa inyo ng Chooks-to-Go. Ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Putata! Ang lutong. Labrador trying to beat the shot clock but to no avail. So, and the game clock. So at the end of the first 12 minutes, our score is 27-14. And of course, Sabado was a big factor. But Jed Mendoza and the team with 6 steals, resulting in 18 points off turnovers. And we'll be back with the second period. That's a score. Stay tuned for more of the Chooks-to-Go NBL.
Nang makipagsabayan, kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalap ang pusong handang makipagsabay.
Of course, before the game, we had a chat with EJ Falcon, the newest player of the Mindoro Disciplinados. But unfortunately, I have some bad news for the fans of EJ. Oh, sorry guys, EJ is unable to play today because he has yet to process and secure his professional license from the Games and Amusements Board. So maybe next game, EJ will have his license ready and he will be allowed to play for the Disciplinado. So for the meantime, EJ will be a very active cheerleader on the bench and inspiring his teammates with his presence. All right, we have an air ball to begin the second period. Score remains 27-14. A Baker's dozen lead for the Muntinlupa Water Warriors. Again, they apply pressure, box and one defense. Handoff to Bernal. Coughed up by the ring. Bernal, second servings. Yes, this time. And they sprint back on defense. Engyo. Oh, they were not looking. Arias to Mendoza. Back to Arias. Arias. Handoff to Mendoza. Good movement without the ball. And again, good court vision. Good recognition by Arias. Look at that, points in the paint at 20 for Muntinlupa, only 4 for the Disciplinados. Of course, so we know that the Disciplinados, they have tried to earn their keep from the outside, no, through the hot shooting so far of Rodel Vigan. Look at this, talking about person in the paint, Jed Mendoza, that's William scoring without the ball, no, movement without the ball, and he is spotted by his teammate, Miguel Carlos Arias. He rewards the hard work of Mendoza with that assist. We are nearing we've just crossed the 11-minute mark of the of the second rather. Vigan to Bernal, and again another 24-second violation. Oh, a foul. It's the first on Arias. So a lucky break there for the Disciplinados. Now, instead of a turnover, Bernal will shoot free throws. Oops. Alright, hopefully he'll make the second. They need this free throw. That's Agapito Bernal, or Aga. So let's digest the numbers of that first period. Of course, again, our score 27-14. Bakers doesn't lead at the end for the Muntinlupa Water Warriors. You know, Jed Mendoza has 6 points off the bench as the leading scorer of the Muntinlupa Water Warriors. Meanwhile, 9 on 3 3-point shots for Rodel Vigan. And believe it or not, Mindoro had more rebounds, 15-11. But Muntinlupa, this is a key stat. They shot 11 out of 23, 47.8% from the field, compared to only 5 out of 18 for Mindoro. And that's the foul, and they will give continuation. Yes? No, they do not. Mendoza was heading for it. He will not get it. But again, in that first quarter, high percentage shooting on the part of Muntinlupa. They were pounding it inside the paint. Mendoza, no good. And Disciplinado Sky for the rebound. They are running by gun. Well read by the defense. So now they will force Mindoro into a half-court set. Madanlo will check in for the first time. Garcia will also return to action. Bangeles is also in the game. Let's see if he can perk up the offense. Bangeles! No good. And they keep the ball alive. It's with Vigan. Vigan! Too strong. And it's long rebound. It's with Mendoza. They whip it to Enyo. And battle underneath. Arms entangled. Referee spot a foul. It's on a white shirt. It's on a Water Warrior. Meanwhile, let's see. It's it's on number 3 of the Water Warrior. No, check that. Number 2. They love it to B-Boy, but it's too strong. Villa Blanca with his first touch. And now Labrador. Badando attacking. Cross court to Labrador. Labrador looks at the basket. He will attack. One-hander, yes. Hey, Labrador also has very colorful shoes, orange and blue. Oh, they attack Bangeles. See, this is the first time that Vigan and Bangeles are playing together. So let's see if they can really, enliven the offense of Mindoro. Short. And now the Warriors will set it up. Labrador. Hands off to Madanlo. Mendoza spinning in traffic! And you can hear the reaction of Jed Mendoza. You can hear the shout. All right, here's the earlier shot by Labrador, and then the ensuing response by Bangeles. So Mendoza at the line, good on his first free throw. So another free throw coming for Jonathan Jed Mendoza. Or Jed Mendoza. Alright, back to a 13-point lead. A baker's dozen lead for the Water Warriors. Of course, it's called the baker's dozen because some bakers, if you buy 12 pieces of bread, they give you a 13th piece for free. That's why it's called the baker's dozen. Spin move. This time it's the Water Warriors who are with 4 quick fouls. They did not foul that much in the first quarter. Of course, lucky for them. Of course, at the line, this is Kerr Bangeles. Again, this is what I've said earlier. 27 points for Kerr against the Quezon Barons in their last outing. Of course, Kerr Bangeles, he is from the Rizal Technological University in Mandaluyong. But of course, he is from Mindoro originally. See, look at this sequence. This is just evidence of the stats from the first quarter that said that Mindoro is winning the battle of the boards. And it's very evident in that last sequence. So just look at that last sequence. Look at how many offensive rebounds were collected by the Disciplinados. Mendoza for 3. No good. And it's won by Garcia. Puerto. Quickly to Natada. Natada against 3 defenders. Oh, it rims out. Lead of with Muntinlupa is 10. Make that 12 on that tip-in by B-Boy. Okay, let's see if B-Boy can score his 6th double-double. Muntinlupa has played 5 games, and in all those 5 games, win or lose, B-Boy ends up with a double-double. Points and rebounds. Labrador! Labrador! The one-man fast break. Wow. Labrador is energy, huh? He's like an Energizer bunny. Meanwhile, Natada this time against 4 defenders. So it's Natada against the world. Meanwhile, look at Labrador. You know, suddenly he has absorbed a lot of energy. I don't know where he gets his energy from. At the line, Luigi Natada. So right now you can say it's Luigi against the world. It doesn't matter how many defenders are in front of him. He will challenge anybody. Second one is no good, and it's cleared by the Water Warriors. Quickly now Mendoza. And he does the wise thing. He will wait for his teammates. They are ahead again by a baker's dozen. 13 points. Engyo. Inside. Oh, steal by the Disciplinados. Caspe. Bounce pass. Oh, good movement without the ball. Natada. Lead is now to 11. What a pass there by the Disciplinados. Take a look at it again. And look at this, JJ Caspe. Ang swabing assist na ito ni JJ Caspe ay hatid sa inyo ng Chooks-to-Go. 100% zero antibiotics. Ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Masarap kahit walang sauce. Huerto will use the screen. Bangeles. This is his shot, but it rims out. Battle for it. It's won by again the Disciplinados. Huerto! And Huerto's fouled. At the line, let's take a good look at Don Huerto. Oops, first one is no good. B-Boy is back after a brief rest. And Vaigan comes back to replace Kerr Bangeles. Oh, 2 misses there for Don Huerto. Pass is too strong and it will, it hits our equipment at the broadcast center. Gotta protect our equipment, that's expensive. Of course, our crew doing a good job in bringing you this Chooks-to-Go NBL Chairman's Cup. Shout out to our crew. Natada! Hey! Size of life here for Mindoro. Lead us down to single digits, 9 points. And 5 minutes, nearing the 5-minute mark. Sabado to Mendoza! Hey, somebody defend Mendoza, okay? They're letting him get away with those cuts to the basket. Hesitation on Caspe, but he still gets a 2 points. And with that, we need this timeout. That's our score. And we'll be back. You're watching the Chooks-to-Go NBL Chairman's Cup. Stay there, please. Talk about JJ Caspe of the Mindoro Disciplinados. Look at his numbers against Quezon. 17 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Actually, that's not the first time that Caspe has flirted with a triple-double. I mean, he has had several close calls as far as triple-doubles is concerned. Of course, Caspe, a standout from the University of Batangas. Of course, we know that Batangas City and Mindoro, they are just separated by one ferry ride. Montserrat, bounce pass. They will recycle the play. Mendoza faking. Mendoza spinning to the basket. He will kick out to Montserrat. Shot clock is winding down to 7. They know it. They fire it, and they make it. 3-pointer. Lead us up to a dozen again. Engyo says, I want a clear route. Mendoza, nobody marking him, but he misses the easy layup. Mindoro is running, and too strong. This time, Muntinlupa will, they're trapped. Montserrat is trapped. It will stay with the white shirts. Referee says last touch on a green shirt. I like this uniform, this new uniform of the Disciplinados. Nice green color. Mendoza to Sabado. Sabado. Handoff. Back to Mendoza. Mendoza sees an opening! Not yet. Caspe. We talked about this young man and he converts. Mendoza. To Sabado. Sabado faking the handoff. He will take it himself. If I'm not mistaken, this is so far, and I can say this easily, this is the best game of Hilario Sabado III in this NBL Chairman's Cup. Caspe. They will wait for a teammate. Bernal with the screen. Engyo with the hand check. But Caspe escapes. And a lot of busy hands underneath. B-Boy saves it to the wrong party. Let's see, Natada hesitates. Vaigan patted that jumper, and I guess they have not scouted Rodel Vaigan. You should never ever foul a jump shooter like Rodel Vaigan. Look at the form. Again, release at the apex, but there was a foul. So now Vigan will earn his points the hard way via 3 free throws. They are behind by a dozen, 43-31. Vigan, first one is no good. Second one on the way for Rodel Vigan. Good. So let's see if he can make one more. Meanwhile, Andretti Stevens will check in for the first time in this game. Third free throw for Vigan. So 2 out of 3 for Vigan. Lead is 10. Handoff, Montserrat from 15 feet. Too strong. Cleared by Caspe. Natada trying to shake off the pesky defense. And referee says, oh, violation. Out of bounds. It will go the way of the Water Warriors. Sabado. Again, will wait for his teammates. 2-minute warning. A steal. Natada. Natada. And what is this? An early foul. Of course, you will never miss the presence of one Luigi Natada on the floor with those bright orange shoes. Well, we have some clarifications here with our Commissioner Edward Aquino and Deputy Commissioner Armando Guevara. Let's see. All right, here's the move. Shake and bake. Oh, yes. I think we saw something there, but let's leave it up to the judgment of our officials. We saw something in the replay. Let's hope it's the right call. Okay. So I guess the foul came before the traveling on Natada. So first free throw is good. Actually, it's taking the free throws is Aga Bernal. The foul was on Bernal. So the lead of Muntinlupa whittled further to 8 points. Stevens for 3. But it's controlled by Vigan. Jumper on the way, short. And Danga says, easy. Got a minute and 23 to work with. Oh, it looks like Sabado is hurt. He's taking his time to go down on offense. Meanwhile, in transition is Mindoro. Yes, you can see on the face of Sabado, he is wincing in pain. Meanwhile, Stevens acknowledging the foul. So Natada will trip to the line for his free throws. And first one is good. Yeah, slowly but surely, Mindoro is inching back into this game. So Muntinlupa better watch it. Remember, we still have the whole of the second half ahead of us. Of course, you cannot be complacent against a dangerous team like the Mindoro Disciplinados. I mean, the Disciplinados, they may be among the teams at the bottom of the standings, but these are the teams that are really tough opponents because they are very dangerous. Meanwhile, Coach Levita trying to raise a point with our officials, but it will fall on deaf ears. Vigan, meanwhile, showing us that he can also score from short distance with that layup. Lead is down to 4. Muntinlupa better wake up. Engyo. Ah, steal. Baigan. Jumper. What confidence, but no one there for the rebound. You admire the confidence of Baigan to take those jumpers. Montserrat, too strong. Engyo. That's his ticket. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. The dirty work underneath. B-Boy Engyo. See, that's why for all the games of Muntinlupa so far, B-Boy has a double-double, and we'll talk more about that after this timeout. Stay with us, please. And we have some good news from our Executive Vice President, Ms. Rose Montreal. The WNBL will strengthen its presence by providing more platform for women ballers in the country by introducing our very own D-League, where college teams can participate during their breaks. So that's a good development. Finally, a D-League for women, and this will be school-based. And thank you very much to our Brain Trust Deputy Commissioner Armando Guevara, Commissioner Edward Aquino, and of course our EVP, Ms. Rose Montreal, for coming up with that idea, which is long overdue. You know, women's basketball really needs a shot in the arm, you know, considering the advances made by our women's national team in recent years. We have to build on that momentum, and the WNBL is doing its share. Arias inside, but he is bumped and no foul is called, and it will be a shot clock violation. And no, it is the end of the first half, and that's our score, 45-39, a 6-point lead by the Water Warriors over the Mindoro Disciplinados. Stay with us as we break down the first half after this commercial break. You're watching the Chooks-to-Go NBL Chairman's Cup 2021.
Na makipagsabayan, kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ang pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Handa na makipagsabayan, kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ang pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Handa na makipagsabayan, kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ang pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap, gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan.
Our score at halftime, 45-39, a 6-point lead for the Muntinlupa Water Warriors over the Mindoro Disciplinados. Andy Servino here at the Bren Z. Giao Convention Center in San Fernando, Pampanga. And so far, this game has been, it has had its share of highlights, like this one here. Of course, Hilario Sabado III in his best game so far in this tournament, and Jed Mendoza coming off the bench to spark the offense of the Muntinlupa Water Warriors. And that's our score at the end of the first quarter, 27-14. But then again, look at this, Muntinlupa continue to pour it on. Labrador with the runner, but Mindoro refusing to just fold. They keep it in check, but still, here are the numbers, by the way, from the first half. You can see, actually, if you look at the total numbers, Mindoro is dominating a lot of the stat categories, but one key category that has led to this lead by Muntinlupa is their shot selection. So again, Muntinlupa shooting very well from the field. They are able to select their shots. Why? Mostly layups, cuts to the basket, and drop passes, unlike Mindoro, which has been relying on their outside shooting. Speaking of outside shooting, Jed Mendoza leading the way with 16 points for Muntinlupa. Rodel Vaigan with three 3-point shots for Mindoro for 13 points. Of course, Sabado, I said his best game so far. He has 10 points. Montserrat 6, Danga 5, of course Natada, Bernal, and Caspe with 7 points each for the Mindoro Disciplinados. And that sets the stage for our second half. Start of the third period. 12 minutes tack on our game clock. And another 12 in the fourth. And who knows? We may have maybe 5 in overtime. We'll see, because at the way the NBL has been unfolding, we've had a lot of overtimes and close games, Sabado, bounce pass to Arias. So here's what happened, okay, just to give you an idea. Oh, check that. This is a new player, by the way. This is a new player for the Muntinlupa Water Warriors. This is Lloyd Cabegin. Yes, he's a burly young man, wide body, out of the Pamantasan ng lungsod ng Muntinlupa. He is a marshal. So another wide body here for Coach Levita at his disposal. Number 55, Lloyd Cabegin. And look at this earlier. You can say Lloyd is making his presence felt. He's really occupying a lot of space underneath, making life difficult for the penetrations of Mindoro. Except this time, Bangeles. So Bangeles is back. Well, of course, we expect to see later on, perhaps Coach Chodoro would like to put Bangeles and Vigan on the floor at the same time. Now we have two certified scorers. Puerto will attack against three defenders, and he is fouled. Calls on Danga. Natada will apply the brakes. He will hand off. Caspe spin to the basket. Too much spin. Mendoza will look to his left, look to his right. He will bounce to Sabado. To Stevens. Stevens is the opening. Too strong. And look at this. Look at how strong Lloyd Cabegin is. He is able to force the jump ball. He is able to hold on to the ball with a vice-like grip. And the jump is won by the Water Warriors. They are on top by 5, 41-46. Stevens bounces off the rim. Natada. They will reset. Bangeles for 3. No. Would you believe when Curb Bangeles was playing for the RTU Blue Thunder, he would play multiple positions? Yes, because that's how Coach John Cardell ran their offense. I mean, the players are almost all the same height. All right, Garcia. They kick it out again. They will set it up. Bangeles. Bangeles still. Bangeles, this is kick out. Back to Garcia. Garcia, one-hander. Short, and it's cleared by Sabado. And then Mendoza, burst of speed. Decides to give it to Stevens. Lead now of Muntinlupa up to 7 on that hit by Andretti Stevens. Oh! Caspe says, wait a minute. So it 3 by Caspe now leads us down to 4. Scoop shot, Stevens. Wow, Stevens. But look at how fast, look how quick Mindoro is able to react on transition. But this time it blows in their faces. Danga! And Mendoza. Very unselfish basketball for Muntinlupa. Bangeles. No. Okay, Mendoza. He will attack. Oh, money. That is almost money. Sure money. Lead now is back to 10. Caspe. Oh, Caspe smothered. Danga. Bounce pass inside. Oh, well read by Bangeles. Puerto. He will attempt a 3. And it's short, and it's rebounded by Lloyd. To Danga. Danga says easy. Okay. Stevens with the cut. Oh, Stevens. He drew the foul. And it's very obvious in that last sequence. Take a look. Danga. Very unselfish play to Mendoza. And then Danga. Mendoza really showing how to move. That is a lesson on how to move without the basketball. At the line, Andretti Stevens. So now Vigan will come back. Vigan was the leading scorer of the Disciplinados in the first half. At the line, Andretti Stevens out of the Mapua University. Natada. Okay, pop out. Bernal, turn around. Short. And it's won by Abarkar. Abarkar. Stutter step. Abarkar explodes. Decides to head up to Sabado, but it blows in their face. But it's a steal by Stevens. Ball is loose. And it seems referees call a halt to the action. Let's see what happened there. Abarkar looks like he was kicked on the head. And that scramble. Okay, let's replay that. And of course, this sportsmanship movement, that's a sportsmanship movement na yan ni Aga Bernal, ang ating manok ng bayan of the game. Hatid sa inyo ng Chooks-to-Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Garantisado, zero. As in, walang antibiotics. Mendoza keeps the ball alive for Muntinlupa. Mendoza using the Kabigin screen. Kick out to Stevens. Spin by Stevens. No, ball tap. Won by Stevens. Oh, Stevens is everywhere. Stevens with the fake. Cross court, Sabado. Using the screen by Mendoza. Sabado. No. All right, Natada. And Bernal runs out of space. He was too fast for his own good. All right, Jay Gadol will come back for more height. They need height to neutralize the presence underneath of Lloyd Cabegin. Mendoza. We will be saying his name a lot in this game, especially in the second half. Mendoza for three. No. And it's with Bernal. Bernal hesitated a bit. It will give it to Vigan. Vigan will survey. Bernal will set the screen against Stevens. Bernal. Hand off to Vigan. Vigan will penetrate. No. It's with Sabado. Abarkar. Abarkar decides to head up to Lloyd. Lloyd recovers. Oh, yes. You know, when Lloyd was playing for the Muntinlupa Marshals, the pamatasan ng Muntinlupa Marshals, he had a good feathery touch, you know, for a big man. And he continues to show that now that he's in the professional league. Mendoza slicing the defense. We'll give it to Abarkar. Abarkar says, okay, we'll set it up. So clock is winding down to 10. Mendoza asking for a clear out. Sabado with the screen. Mendoza. And a caging foul on Cascalia. Oh, check that. The foul's on Vigan. Third foul now on Rodel Vigan. So this is a bad news for the Disciplinados. Wow, Vigan with 3 fouls. So decision time here for Coach Sodolo if he will sit down Vigan. We still have 4:53 here in the third. Oh! Daredevil drive by Jed. Bernal. Oh! And Steven says, baseball pass to Jed. Jed all day. Yes! Woo! And with that, the lead of Muntinlupa is up to 18. Here's one reason why an attack by Mendoza and then a 3 by Mendoza. We'll be back for more of the Chooks-to-Go NBL Chairman's Cup. Don't change that channel. And you see, of course, on your screen, those are the mobile phones and of the teams involved in this game right now, Muntinlupa and Mindoro. Of course, it's part of the rules laid out by our commissioner, Edward Aquino, and of course, the entire NBL Brain Trust. Now, that's one way of ensuring that these games, all the games in the NBL, will be conducted with fairness, honesty, and integrity. And we will give you nothing but the best basketball that the NBL brand can deliver. Now, Disciplinados having a hard time putting up a shot. Ooh, somebody's hurt. It's Bernal. Bernal is crumpling to the floor. He has crumpled down the floor. Referees will call a halt to the action. Actually, I heard Bernal, bump into somebody. We heard the impact. He bumped Manu Codinera. So, see, look at that. See, Codinera, his arm getting entangled with Aga. And look at the expression on the face of Aga. He is definitely in pain. In fact, he is even having a hard time getting on his feet. He needs assistance. And that is one side that we do not like to see. On your screen, number 15, Manu Codinera. Second generation star, of course, the son of the Minister of Defense, Jerry Codinera. And if you stretch it even further, Manu is also the grandson of the baseball legend, Coach Boy Codinera. So really, sports runs in the Codinera family. Alright, Abarcar will direct things to Lloyd. B-Boy for three. Short. Tracked by Abarcar. Abarcar. Lloyd able to save it. Good body control. Mendoza shakes off three defenders and he is blocked, but ball will stay with the white shirts of Muntinlupa. Whoa. 5 seconds on the shot clock for the Water Warriors. Codinera, quick release, no. Rebound by Engyo. And again, another offensive rebound and put back for Engyo. He is on pace to have his sixth double-double. Well, if you check the numbers of B-Boy, in the first half, he had 4 points and 4 rebounds. So he is on pace at the rate he's going. Take a look at it again. Of course, this quick release by Manu. And a great read by B-Boy for the putback. So this will be a jump between Cascalia and Lloyd. Referees will check. All right. And it's won by the Water Warriors. It's with Manu to Jed. Manu whips the pass inside to Lloyd. Oh, what a pass by Manu. All right, Gadon back to the basket. He will make his move, but he loses it. Quickly in transition, Mendoza, yes. And now they are pressuring the ball carrier, who in this case is the center, which is quite Casper for three. No. And good box out by Lloyd. And Lloyd says, let's slow it down. Okay, Abarcar agrees. They whip it inside to Manu, back to the basket. Let's see if Manu can do some of the moves of his dad. Yes, but everything but the shot though. Casper to Vaigan. And let's see, we have a foul. It's against Ozan Mendoza. And that's only the first. That is only the first foul on Jen. Alright, so Caspe will do the sideline inbound. And we are just at the 2-minute warning for the third quarter. Okay, so 14 on the shot clock for the Disciplinados. Oh, but a block by Manu. But they recover. Bangeles could not complete the layup. Labrador losing it. And steal is completed by the Disciplinados. Natada! No! And Abarcar quickly to Manu. Manu against a single coverage. Yes. Good one-on-one play by Cordillera. Probably shades of his Uncle Pat there. Of course, his Uncle Pat, also a former professional basketball player. Here it is, look at this. Probably, like what I said, he probably inherited this move from his Uncle Pat. Of course, his other uncle, his Uncle Harmon, was also a professional basketball player. So his dad and his three uncles are pro players. Meanwhile, ang Chooks-to-Go Chairman's Cup ay hatid sa inyo ng Chooks-to-Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan, garantisadong zero antibiotics. Kaya masarap kainin na walang sauce. Labrador. Abarcar, jumper. Too strong, but look at that. Arias is there to clean up the mess. Miguel Carlos Arias. Oh, steal by Labrador and uses the left hand. Again, what energy by Labrador. It's like the energy bunny for Coach Levita. If you want instant energy, put in Labrador. Alright, here it is. Here's the miss. And then, out of nowhere is Arias. And then Labrador with the steal in the left-handed layup. You can say that Labrador is like an espresso shot of coffee. Really perks you up, like the team. At the line, Kerr, Bangeles. So good on the free throw is Kerr. Abarcar. Bounce pass to Diniela. Too strong this time, but it's won by Bangeles. And like what I said, Bangeles used to play multiple positions with RTU in their leagues. Bangeles, finally. Now Bangeles needs to assert himself some more. That's his signature move when he was still in college at the Rizal Technological University Blue Thunder. One of the most effective and deadly side steps in the Naasku. All right, Labrador says, I want a clear out. Let's see. Labrador. Lob inside! No! That could have been big. That should have been in our highlights if it went in. Again, now Bangeles showing his versatility. Bangeles too strong. Labrador. And Labrador will not beat the game clock. And now at the end of the third quarter, our score is 75-49. A 26-point lead thanks to the hot hands of Juan Jen Mendoza. He can hurt you with his layups, his long shots. He's got 27 points on 11 in the third period alone. That's why Muntinlupa is ahead by this much. Stay with us for the fourth period. We'll be back.
makipagsabayan. Kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag may kahalong pangarap.
Good news from our NBL bigwigs. The WNBL will strengthen its presence by providing more platform for women ballers in the country by introducing the WNBL D-League. So this is a good news, no, for all the school-based teams or college players. If they want to improve themselves for a career in pro basketball, then the WNBL D-League is for you. Of course, another idea from our brain trust there, of course, Commissioner Edward Aquino, EVP Ms. Rose Montreal, of course, our chairman, Mr. Celso Mercado. Shot there of Coach Siegfried Levita. Well, of course, Coach Levita, you can say right now he is happy. Yeah, he's happy in a way. His team is up by 26. But of course, these coaches will never be happy, I tell you. So even if they win, they will always say, we can always be better. I'm not satisfied with their win. You know, all of these cliches when you do your post-game interview. Meanwhile, Abarkar! Oh! See, that was what I was telling you about earlier, ladies and gentlemen. Abarkar, you know, he started the season on the injured list. You know, so what they did was, you know, they decided to break him in slowly but surely, and it seems that the Water Warriors have done the right thing, because, you know, when we found out that Francis was not playing in the first game, so of course we felt bad because we know that Abarkar, you know, we know his talent. So I've seen him since high school at San Beda, and then later on in college in both San Beda and UP. So I know how good this point guard is. Meanwhile, Garcia has punctured the hoop for Mindoro. Meanwhile, this is our scores by periods, by quarters. And you can see the Water Warriors are really pouring it on. You know, they really opened the floodgates in the third quarter, 30-10. So at the line, Arias. And in that third quarter, by the way, we had a pleasant surprise. Of course, Coach Siegfried Levita unveiling the debutant, Lloyd Cabegin, of course, from the pamantasan ng lungsod ng Muntinlupa Marshals. And Cabegin played quality minutes in that third period. Baigan. What's this? A whistle? There's a foul. And Kyle Villablanca is quick to acknowledge his transgression. Baigan with the sideline inbound, founded by Villablanca. Cascalia using the Baigan screen, whips it outside to Natada, to Puerto. Puerto will shoot the three. Good line, but no basket. Alright, so the numbers are in. Let's see. Well, of course, you can see that the shooting percentage of Muntinlupa really shot up in that third period. They shot 32 of 73, 43.8%, so that's an improvement. They continue to rise. Meanwhile, you know, the Disciplinados shooting 16 of 68 total through three quarters, 23.5%. That is really a cause for concern for Coach Benji Chodoro, as you know, Mendoza, believe it or not, after shooting only 11 points in the last game, he now has 27 points and counting. Okay? As for B-Boy, he has 6 points and 5 rebounds, so he needs a little more work if he wants to keep his double-double streak alive. Okay, Natada. Alright, layup. Leading scorers, by the way, for the Disciplinados is Baigan with 13 and Caspe with 12. Natada, that's his 9th point. And after scoring, Natada gives up a foul. See, Natada showing us that he can run. out-sprinting the defense of Labrador. Villablanca met by the double, results in a turnover. Another breakaway for Natada. Make that now 11 points, so now he's the third disciplinado in double figures. Of course, the disciplinados are supported by Governor Humerlito Bons Dolor of Oriental Mindoro. Another player injured. Oh boy, it's Rodel Vaigan. My goodness. You know, I guess if you're a fan of Mindoro, no, every time Rodel Vaigan drops to the floor, you really get worried. See there, Abarcar with a burst of speed, and then he bumps into Vaigan. Yes. Of course, you can see the build and the physique of Francis Abarcar. He is quite stocky for a guard. So if he bumps into you, it's really gonna hurt. That's our score, 80-55. 25 is the lead of Muntinlupa. They are on pace to hit 100. And looks like Vaigan is really winded from that collision with Francis. He has to be helped off by his mates. But the important thing is Rodel is able to walk. All he needs is just to shake off that hit. Of course, you need to be extra tough to play professional ball in the NBL. That's why all the players here are made of strong materials. Abarcar will take a rest, and look at this, another factor. Well, a big part in this factor, the bench scoring, 54-12, is because Jed Mendoza came off the bench and scored 27 points. So Jed Mendoza alone has outscored the entire reserve core of Mindoro. Baseline inbound for the disciplinados. And again, they are supported by Governor Bons Dolor. Garcia missing, and we have a foul underneath. It's on. It's a loose ball foul on Keanu Ginto. So here's what happened. Garcia with the miss, and I guess Ginto was a little bit too playful underneath, pushing away Labrador. Cross court to B-Boy. B-Boy will stop and pop. Yes. So now B-Boy with 7 points and 7 rebounds. So you can say he is on pace. With 8 minutes and 46 seconds left. See, look. Good control, good agility. He's able to plant his pivot foot. B-Boy attacking. Yep. And he will shoot free throws. So I remember the last time when we interviewed B-Boy as the best player, he said that, since the team is not that tall, Coach Levita has commissioned him to be a big man. And of course, he has overachieved, so to speak. No, he has really exceeded expectations. So B-Boy Engio, with a not just monster numbers in the game, but monster numbers throughout the tournament. He is, I believe, one of very few players who is averaging a double-double in points and rebounds. And not just averaging, he is among the top 4 in scoring, together with Jed Mendoza, Kerr Bangeles, who has the ball right now, and Rodel Vaigan. So again, the top 4 scorers in the NBL are in this game right now. But they are, of course, Vaigan is seated at the moment. And also Jed Mendoza. So on the floor right now is B-Boy and Kerr. So referees have instructed both teams to report to their benches as a precaution before they will review that last sequence. Let's see what happened there. Scramble. Okay, Arias. Jackknife layup. The referees are making the signal. Something happened there. We will wait for the official pronouncement. And if you see that red mark underneath the jersey number, that's one of the sponsors of the Muntinlupa Water Warriors. For those who see that red mark, it's a Japanese cake. Okay? One of their sponsors. And suddenly I am hungry. Alright, so it seems a foul has been called on the Disciplinados. So it will mean free throw time here for Labrador. That's Migs Labrador, Antonio Miguel Labrador. Okay, here's what happened. Scramble. Oh, Labrador was... He was near almost the recipient of an elbow to the face. But of course, we know the rules. No? Any swing, okay, any swing of the elbow above the shoulder line, whether or not it connects, is an automatic foul. That's the rule. Oh, so the action happened away from the ball. All right. Alley-oop, no good. And Arias says, mine. Jackknife layup is no good, but they keep it. Blanca is smothered. Again, they keep the ball alive. Oh! All right, now B-Boy will surely hit double figures in points. He has to work down his rebounds. Labrador with the clearance. B-Boy, whoop, tapped out. Oh, last touch on B-Boy. A good defense there by Caspe. Let's see why. All right, first here's the attack by B-Boy. Lesser score, 88-55. We'll be back for more of your Chooks-to-Go NBL. Stay there, please. Alright, it's time for our B-Boy watch. And now he has 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. So he needs 4 more rebounds to get his traditional. And I say, yes, traditional because he does it in every game. His double-double in points and rebounds. Alright, Villablanca with a box-and-one defense on the ball carrier. Baigan is back in the game. To Caspe. Caspe for 3. Yes! You know, that third period really hurt the cause of Mindoro. But again, they still have enough time. You know, 7 minutes is a long amount in basketball. And it starts with that 3 by JJ. Hey, JJC with 5 points now. Steal. Alley-oop! Yes! Hey! 7-0 run here by Mindoro. That prompts Coach Levita to call a timeout. Lead us down to 26. Here it is again. Look. Great moves there by JJC. Alley-oop. And we'll be back for more of your Chooks-to-Go NBL. Stay there, please. Alright, this message is from our friend, Mr. Kevin Williams, the president of the National Basketball League of the United States. And basically the message says there will be an exchange program between the two leagues as, of course, as worked out by our officials, our EVP, Ms. Rose Montreal, our chairman, Mr. Celso Mercado, and our commissioner, Mr. Edward Aquino. Of course, there will be an exchange between the US and Philippines NBL, wherein teams from both leagues will travel. So we will see some of our NBA players go to the States, and vice versa, some of the players in the States will go here. And this will be good for everybody, for both leagues. Alright, Natada, yes. Will that move by Natada? No, will that be enough to merit him an invite to go to the States? We'll see. We'll see later on. Maybe it will impress Mr. Williams. Bounce pass inside. Arias erases the defense, but it's too strong. Jed Mendoza is back. And that's bad news for Mindoro. Finger roll, yes. Villa Blanca says, I can shoot. I want my name in tomorrow's newspaper like Bulgar. I'll read my name in the papers. Stepping on the line by Alulod. Of course, if you want to read about this game tomorrow, grab a copy of Bulgar. And while you're at it, like Bulgar Sports on Facebook to get more NBL news. And also like the official Facebook of NBL Filipinas. So you'll be updated as far as schedules and all the news in your favorite league for homegrown talents, the NBL. Like us on Facebook, NBL Pilipinas. And a lot of active hands underneath. Ball will go out of bounds. 12 seconds on the shot clock for Muntinlupa. And if you're wondering also, by the way, the NBL Pilipinas Facebook is also the Facebook for all the leagues. No? Not just the NBL, but also the WNBL, the NBL Youth, and all the other upcoming projects of the NBL Pilipinas group. Villa Blanca says, after that layup, I think I can also score a three-point shot. And he does. So the Warriors, the Wonder Warriors, are 7 points away from hitting the 100-point mark with still 5 minutes left in this contest. B-Boy sees the opening. Oh no. Mendoza with the steal to B-Boy. B-Boy attacking. Yes. And you really like the way B-Boy can move because, he is a very muscular player, but he can move very well. He's very agile. And referees are quick to separate the players. Some color developing between the men on the court right now. Of course, you can see. Okay, let's review that. Natada faking, and Mendoza bites into the fake, and he gives his forearm to the face of Natada, and Natada of course did not like that, and he lets Natada, he lets Jed know his feelings. So it will mean free throws after that forearm to the face on Natada, and Natada makes his free throw. But still an imposing 29-point lead for the Water Warriors. They are literally drowning the Disciplinados. Engyo, no. Quickly, you know, the Disciplinados have to move quickly if they want to trim down this lead, this deficit of theirs. Natada is whistled for a foul, and now the Disciplinados are in the penalty. Meanwhile, the Muntinlupa Water Warriors only have 2 team fouls to their name. B-Boy though misses the first. And the referee says they want to take a look at Natada. Oh, they see some blood. Oh yes, there is blood on the, I believe that is coming from the nose bridge of Luigi. So he has to sit down and they have to stop the bleeding. And he has to be replaced. Wow. That is really another sad development for the cause of the Disciplinados. (96-66). And at the rate they're going, for sure, the Disciplinados will again give up 100 points in this game. That is an almost certainty. And I believe for their remaining games, that is one thing that Coach Benji Todolo has to work on their defense. I mean, they cannot just give up again. They cannot just give up 100 points every game. So Cascalia, continuing to carry the fight, completing the 3-point play. So that is a good sign. The Disciplinados are still in the fight. They are not giving up. Ooh! Cascalia suddenly has, made his presence felt. As Engyo! Wow, that's a dunk. Yeah, okay. Let's call it a dunk. Yes. (98-71). Water Warriors 2 points away from the century. And Vaigan is fouled. Selyado ang ilalim kay Cascalia, ang ating rebounder ng bayan na hatid sa inyo ng Chooks-to-Go, ang nag-iisang manok ng bayan. Good position there for Cascalia. Good eye for the ball. And they want to give it to Garcia, but it's batted out. And it will go the way of the white shirts. Okay, so it seems the wound, the blood of Luigi is from his cheek. We saw a good glimpse of his wound there. It's on his cheek, not his nose bridge. Yeah, it just so happened the blood was so much it spilled onto his nose bridge. 3 on the way, yes! Banganiban says, yay! I want to see my name in tomorrow's newspapers also. Put my name in Bulgar. Biden says, timeout. And that will be a timeout for Mindoro. And we'll be back with the final 2:32 of this game. Stay with us for more of the Chooks-to-Go NBL Chairman's Cup. On your screen, B-Boy Engyo. Let's see if B-Boy can continue his double-double streak. He has 1 rebound away from doing that. Points, no problem. I mean, B-Boy is also on course to achieve his average of 24 points a game. And of course, B-Boy, you really deserve a drink. Preferably Gatorade, alright? Our official sports drink of the NBL. And a foul in the backcourt. So again, take note, alright? For our B-Boy watch, he has 1 rebound, alright? 1 rebound away from his double-double. And he will continue his perfect streak of a double-double in all the games that he has played. And this is his 6th game. The 6th game of the team. 102 now is the total of Muntinlupa. It seems the coaches have made a decision and they have fielded their role players, and I guess the streak of B-Boy will end today as Coach Levita has sat him down. So no more B-Boy on the floor right now, unless of course Coach Levita will decide to bring him back later on, but that is very unlikely, and that is an obvious backing violation for Villablanca. It happened right in front of our very eyes. See, look. See, Villablanca dancing the cha-cha on the half-court line. That's why he's called for the backing violation. Baigan, jumper, no. So after hitting, wait, there's some whistle here. So I would say, Vadel Baigan. See, look at this jumper here by Baigan. There's the foul there on Baigan. But referees will confer with our commissioner. Let's see who the last touch is on. I was about to say, Baigan, he started well. In the first quarter, he shot 3 triples. So he said, "Uy, this is going to be a good game for Baigan." All of a sudden, his shooting goes cold. And it really hurt the cause of the disciplinados. So it will be a baseline inbound for Mindoro. Baigan will do the honors to Garcia. They move the ball around. Baigan is, Alulod can hit that, yes. And a holding foul on Alulod after hitting that 3-point shot. Of course, they were expecting the pass to go to Baigan, but Alulod says, I can shoot this also. And that will be a good sign. They can take that positive into their next game. Meanwhile, at the line, Francis Abarcar. Of course, if you want to know the schedules of the NBL and also the WNBL, you can check out the official Facebook page of the NBL, NBL Pilipinas on Facebook. And we will post the schedule for next weekend's game, maybe in the middle of this week, of the coming week rather. So we will find out, maybe estimate around Wednesday or Tuesday, who will play, what will be the fixtures for next weekend. Well, we are now at the home stretch. We are now at the last third or so. The last third, the last 15 games of the regular season. So now these teams are really jockeying for playoff position on the part of the disciplinados. So they really need to stack up some wins if they are going to entertain hopes of making the playoffs. Meanwhile, Muntinlupa, they want to better their position. They're in the middle of the pack. Alright, and they want to better their position to get, let's say, a better opponent or a lighter opponent come the playoffs in November. Because if you look at their standings, so Muntinlupa right now, pending the result of this game, they have 3 wins and 2 losses. And, well, actually, that's 4 wins and 2 losses. So they're in the middle of the pack. And of course, if you're the teams, now you want to be in the top 2. They're still much in contention for a top 2 position. No, the top 2 teams will be given a bye into the semifinals. All right, they don't need to go through the quarterfinals. So for the top 2 teams, that's one step closer to the finals. And of course, that also means, theoretically, a lighter opponent in the bracket. All right, Famadiko says, I want my name also in tomorrow's newspapers. Oh, Famadiko with the steal, not completed. Panganiban will bounce it to a teammate. Back to Panganiban, give and go. Oh, just like in the warm-ups. Alulod. No. All right, Villablanca. 37 seconds. We're just waiting for the final score. 3 on the way. No. Ball tap. Won by Baigan. And Baigan will do the layup. 23 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Last shot here for Muntinlupa. They will probably work for the last save, but Coach Levita says just dribble the time away. Referees will not call that foul. Madanlo will go for 3. No. 8 seconds. Last shot time here. Cascalia will go for the layup. And our final score, a 27-point win for Muntinlupa, 107-80. And congratulations to the Water Warriors. They are now up to 5 wins and 2 losses. And we'll be back to wrap up this game after a few reminders. Stay with us, please.
Handa na makipagsabayan kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah, handa na makipagsabayan. Handa na makipagsabayan kahit anong nakaharang handang tapakan. Bawat pawis na papatak, kada apak at yabag, may kahalong pangarap gustong maiangat. NBL, ito ang liga ng bayan, nag-aalab ng pusong handang makipagsabayan. Yeah.
Again, that's our final score, 107-80, a 27-point win by the Muntinlupa Water Warriors over the Mindoro Disciplinados. And of course, look at these highlights. You know who's our player of the game, Jed Mendoza, hurting the Disciplinados in so many ways with his penetrations, movement without the ball, and of course, his patented outside shot. Again, our best player, Jed Mendoza. Congratulations, Jed. Grabe, big bounce back win. Well, first of all, let's talk about your personal game, no? Nung last game nyo, 11 points, those are not Jed Mendoza numbers, pero ngayon, ayan, ito na yung Jed Mendoza na kilala natin.
Yes po. Yung game kasi namin against Papaga, so parang for team yon, team effort po na hindi maganda yung pinakita namin. Then, yung Papaga is very strong team talaga, so pinakita lang nila kung gano'n sila kalakas.
Alright, Jed, no, I would like to know, no, what motivates you the most? No? Anong pinaka-motivation mo dito sa paglalaro mo sa NBL?
Motivation ko, especially kay Lord. Papasalamat ako kay Lord kasi this is a give by Lord. So, dinededicate ko kay Lord. And then, family and friends and to all who support Muntinlupa Water Warriors.
Alright.
Ako si Jed Mendoza, certified homegrown ng Muntinlupa.
All right, again, congratulations to our best player, Jed Mendoza of the Muntinlupa Water Wars. So what a sizzling performance by Jed. You know, let's take a look at his highlights. Of course, the highlights of this game. Of course, as our best player, Jed will receive gift certificates from Surge Fitness and Chooks-to-Go. Of course, like what I said earlier, Jed Mendoza hurting you in so many ways. You know, the recipients of many passes from his teammates, so they recognize his hot game, 27-14 after one quarter. Second quarter, Labrador shakes off the defense, 2 points. Of course, Jed had a lot of help. Meanwhile, Bangeles tried to make a case for the Disciplinados. Sabado with his best game, and at halftime, Water War still on top, 45-39. Third period, they fight Jed again, moving without the ball. Ang galing talaga. And then again, more points from Jed, but this time it's Jed who sets up his teammates. So great overall game for Jed, no, not just scoring. So he's really a good choice for our Hey Chicken Burger best player. Meanwhile, B-Boy Engyo with his offense also working. Of course, on a note, this is B-Boy ending the game. His streak is over. He only had 9 rebounds, so he missed out on a double-double. But the more important thing is, they go home with the win, 107-80. It is going to be a very fun bus ride back to Muntinlupa City for the Water Wars. But we are not yet done. We have more action from the Chooks-to-Go NBL Chairman's Cup. It's going to be the Stan District 4 Spartan against the Laguna Pistols. That should be a good one. Stay with us. Again, please join me at the Cervino for that game, and we'll bring that game to you in its entirety after a few commercial reminders. Keep on watching the Chooks-to-Go NBL Chairman's Cup.